pinayagan niyang mag-wiretap ang kanyang mga tauhan. Yan ay para matiktikan ang aktibidad ng mga narco-politician. Partikular daw na pinatitikan ng Pangulo si Iloilo Mayor Jed Mabilog at ang napaslang na si dating Osamis Mayor Rinaldo Paluhinog.
Pero sir, kasi na-mention din yung issue on the privacy of the government official. Pero hindi ba siya as good as Winive na rin once na pumasok ka doon sa government?
No, I think that the law provides that certain aspects need to be kept private.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. In relation din po sa Marawi conflict, there are reports, previous reports that it is funded by ISIS, and then now the president says drug money funded it. So, which is which or both?
I have no information on that, and that is beyond the information I have. Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
MPC, no more question about Bangon Marawi. Pia, you have question about Bangon Marawi? Other issue. Maricel Halili, TV5.
Maybe I need to just begin with the statement.
Okay, sir.
All right. A few statements. Father Chito officiates Mass after being held captive. Father Teresito Soganob, or better known as Father Chito, officiated a Mass for the first time on September 24, 2017, after being held hostage by the Maute terrorist group for almost 4 months. It was held inside Camp Aguinaldo with about 40 military personnel and civilians attending. It was a great celebration of life for Father Chito's personal safety was placed in danger because of the gun battles happening in Marawi. According to him, the Mass is also a thanksgiving for the lives of those who were rescued. To date, a total of 1,730 people have been rescued by government forces. Father Chito is also praying that he'll be able to hear Mass again at the St. Mary's Cathedral in Marawi once the firefight is over and the area cleared. On the Vietnamese fisherman incident in Pangasinan, authorities are now conducting a fair and thorough investigation into the incident involving a Philippine Navy vessel and Vietnamese fishing boats, which were seen fishing 34 nautical miles of Cape Bolinao in Pangasinan, well within an exclusive economic zone. The incident led to the death of 2 Vietnamese nationals, and the DFA is closely coordinating with the officials of the Vietnamese embassy in Manila to update them on the developments and to facilitate their access to the 5 other Vietnamese fishermen taken into custody by the Philippine Navy. On the 2-day transport strike, the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, LTFRB, has deployed vehicles offering free rides to affected commuters. More will be deployed based on need. On the UNHRC recommendations, the Philippines has committed to fully accept 103 out of 257 recommendations that we received during the 3rd Philippine Universal Periodic Review in Geneva. A careful review and inclusive consultation with inputs from various stakeholders, especially from representatives from the state's executive, legislative, and judicial departments, was done and in line with our independent foreign policy. What truly matters is that the United Nations Human Rights Council has adopted the Philippine report recognizing the country's human rights record and commitments under the leadership of President Duterte. A clarification regarding the 2017 Global Impunity Index. We stand by the statement we made for the 2017 Global Impunity Index. However, we call on everyone to exercise prudence in attributing data results which did not happen or occur during the present administration. As of today, 25th of September, day 126, terrorist victims, LTG members killed 695, civilians killed 47. Firearms recovered 698, unexploded ordnance recovered 4, improvised explosive devices recovered 11, civilians rescued 1,730, buildings cleared 18 as of September 23, 13. Killed in action 151. Regarding the cash donations, here the status of the donations as of 12:50 on the 20th of September. Marawi AFP casualty stands at 81,060,578 and 23 centavos. And the Marawi IDP is at 993,340.21. We're open to a few questions.
And Marisela Lili, TV5.
Sir, just a quick clarification on the SALN of the cabinet secretaries.
Yes.
Sir, how do we compromise the policy of the government?
How do we?
Compromise the
Compromise?
policy? Yeah, I mean, paano natin maggagawang parallel yung policy of the government? Reconcile. Yeah, that's the right word. Reconcile the policy of the government for transparency and the reduction made on the SALN of the cabinet.
I think we already clarified that. The reduction is due to the fact that some personal and private matters cannot be revealed. Especially, for example, when we've said names, addresses of family members, stuff like that.
Relief and early recovery interventions by the government and other community stakeholders, recommendations on housing construction, and recommendations on employment and livelihood. Members of the community who were interviewed were mostly the head of the family, women, and children. A damage and losses assessment, or what we call DALA, as part of the PCNA will proceed once the AFP has declared the areas in Marawi City cleared. Those are the updates I have for you. Thank you.
Questions?
MPC questions for Bangon Marawi? Rose Novenario.
Good afternoon.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Last week po, during the weekend, may binulgar po si Presidente na Lanao del Sur drug matrix po na may nagpupondo raw po ng maote terrorism yung mga drug lords. Doon po ba sa Task Force Bangon Marawi, magiging bahagi po ba ng pagbabangon yung anti-drug campaign sa mga IDPs, pagbalik po nila sa komunidad, o habang naroon po ba sila sa evacuation center, ay nakakaroon po tayo na anti-drug awareness po sa mga IDPs?
Yes, kasama yan. No? In fact, because ang tasking naman, ang mandato ng Task Force Bangon Marawi ay hindi lamang to rebuild the community or the buildings, but to rebuild the lives of the IDPs and their families. No? So this is really a rebuilding of communities. And therefore, kasama dyan yung human aspect. At kung kasama naman yan sa Human Recovery Needs Assessment, kung meron tayong assessment na kailangan nating patatagin ng ating anti-drug campaign doon sa area, gagawin natin yon. Meron ding Peace and Order Subcommittee ang Task Force Bangon Marawi na in charge din sa pagtitingin sa security situation at kasama yan syempre sa kailangan nating tignan. So kukuha tayo ng information on the ground kung ito ba'y laganap. Syempre iba yung financing aspect dahil yan hindi yan covered sa task force. No? But pagdating sa epekto ng illegal drugs sa area, yan rin ay tatalakayin ng task force dahil comprehensive naman ang rehabilitation and recovery na gagawin natin sa Marawi.
Thank you.
MPC questions? Pia Gutierrez.
Sir, tungkol dun sa pinopropose na residential building, saan po itatayo ito, sir, and how much kaya per unit?
Well, itatayo ito within Marawi City, no? For that, although ito pa ay nasa broad stages pa lang, no? Hindi pa talaga to definite in terms of the specifications. Pero very affordable. Ang intindi natin, if I'm not mistaken, ang tinitingnan na amount is around 1,000 per month. Peso. Hindi ito magiging libre. As I understand it, hindi natin itong kayang ibigay na libre sa ating mga employees, particularly ng Marawi City. Pero titingnan natin yung pinaka-affordable price. Ito ngayon, siyempre marami tayong options na tinitingnan, no? And it's still very early. Pero isasabay ito sa pagtatayo ng ating permanent shelters.
Bakit, sir, nagtataka lang po ko, why not instead of yung mga standalone na units, buildings na po ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, sir?
Kasi depende yan. Kasi again, number one, hindi pa tayo nakakapasok talaga dun sa ground zero. Wala pa talagang comprehensive assessment doon. Dahil meron tayong methodology for the post-conflict needs assessment. Pag nakita natin na kayang patayuan ng mga standalone structures, this will adjust accordingly. At kung kaya ng patayuan ng permanent shelters na hindi buildings, or permanent structures na hindi buildings, syempre ganun ang gagawin natin. Dahil ito yung initial na plan to fast track the recovery of the area. No? Dahil kaya naman nating mag-adjust as we go along. Depende rin talaga ito sa post-conflict needs assessment.
Thank you, sir.
MPC? No question? Rose, you have follow-up question? Okay, Lenesca?